Two marking.
Last player
Power.
Give up. One enemy remaining.
That makes 3.
Wow.
Not even.
Welcome guys, today I'm just going to show you most of my fade lineups on Ascent. So we're going to start with attack, and we're going to start toward A. First thing we're going to go over, get into this corner,
Where are you?
jump through this, right? Gets anyone fighting back here, mainly hits inside tree though, so if you're splitting up cat, you're scanning this guy,
There.
anything that isn't all the way into this corner on either side. An exec scan I like to do, come here, run and jump throw at that point. So you aim right there to start. Lands on this. There's people peeking aside to Jen. He can tuck this he can tuck the corner from the scan, but it pushes him into the open. Going with the pack is generally you're going to be dogging first.
I'll find you.
I like throwing this as a scan. I don't know why that bounced.
I'll find you.
The scan gets up top. It's pretty good. I mean, they can't even hide from it in that corner, so. I'm not sure about this one though. I think it's just a little too short. But basically, people are running out looking at door anyway, so that's the idea there. This scan's a little bit harder. Get into the corner by the sign, aim up here, and you're releasing around this point.
Where are
I
you?
did that too early, that's not gonna make it. It's weird.
Where are you?
Basically, it's just a wine scan, so you don't have to invest utility on it if you're taking a main late. You spend a decent amount of time going over this. You can either aim at this, or I'm using my UI, putting it down here,
I'll find you.
jump throw. It's basically the same scan, only it's just further out. Same scan as that. Clears tree, whatnot. If you want something that's more about hitting garden,
I'll find you.
hits a good bit of this. It doesn't cover the close corners, but I'm sure you can find a way.
Where are you?
Oops. You can also come here,
Where are you?
work it like this. Any of those things you want to try and mess with and just have fun.
I'll find you.
I think this will also do the trick. Alright, shifting toward mid. There aren't that many scans for this. Generally, you're going to be using your dog. This is just the basic mid scan. So you see this little splotch on the ground, come to the top of the brick. Aim right here, it's between these two.
I'll find you.
Jump throw. Land so they can't hide. Start with this first. So if you're trying to split into tree, say they have this one weight or something, you throw this scan up here, it gets anyone on this wall. They can just hide along here, that's it. So if you smoke this, you flash through, you have a pretty good angle. And it basically means they can't play like right here holding this crap. Little further.
I'll find you. I'll find you.
This works as a tether or a scan, either way you want to do it. Actually, it might need to be
Where are you?
more like that. Yeah, so if that's a tether, that just makes sure it can see you. We're going to be moving on toward B now. This has a few more things. The main scan I like throwing lands on the roof over here. It doesn't necessarily hit anyone hugging this, but I have seen it happen. It's just quick. They can hide along this wall, and that's it. And it clears the logs. It's anyone coming out of market. They pretty much have to be in the open along the spawn area, so anywhere they're going to get full blind. They're boosted on this angle. They're not scanned either. If you're trying to scan more backside, you have the basic scan with this. Doesn't hit this. Saw FNS throw something like
find you.
this. Almost got it. First try. Saw FNS throw this in the game today. Just gets all this. It's not too much you really need. You know, if you want to tether logs, there's something like
Catch
that.
them.
Makes it obvious.
There.
You don't have to peek it, say if there's an op or
There.
anywhere around here. I don't know if I should have put this in toward mid, but it is 4B, so we're gonna work it like this. I'm showing both the tether and the scan here because it just works as a combo.
We'll catch them.
I don't have to go back to
Where
it.
are you?
The tether hits the open, and this hits anywhere that, you know, if they're trying to back up. It's not going to hit the guy on the corner, but if you're dogging it or using any sort of
There.
util, he's not going to be able to just play there for free. All right, we're going to move on to defense now. I'm going to start with something that's a bit more niche.
I'll find you.
Oops. Going to start with something that's a bit more niche. Lands on top of the lamppost, and it scans B main. People should already be
There.
aiming up here for the eye, but they might not expect that to be where it
There.
is. And it's just good to get early info. Same type of thing.
I'll find you.
A little safer to throw.
hold.
Works as both. You know, if you don't want them
There.
scaling up and whatnot, depending on what's happening. If they're coming into your site, I made something similar to this today. So you connect this part of your UI here and make
There.
this part flush.
Where are
And
you?
it should land perfect. Basically, he can hide
There.
if the jet dashes out or anyone goes out. They can hide anywhere up to this
There.
point where the saw is. So if they're trying to hit the button, that's jet smoke goes away. He's gonna get scanned, and you don't even have to move. That's really the good part about this. As soon as anything happens,
Where are you?
you just go right into this, and you can free fire people lane or just shoot them through the wall. Or your teammates will get the kills. Backing up more, so you're already toward
Where
backside.
are you?
Around. Never seen that.
I'll
Around
find you.
this. It doesn't hit the wall hugging lane, but it also means people have to be really wide to break it. So it's a decent chance it goes off. Something more niche.
I'll find you.
You have to let it go a decent
There.
ways, otherwise it'll bounce like I'm about to show you. Right. Backsite, there isn't too much
are
that's
you?
special. You can run a scan like this, I would
There.
say, put it further, so that
I'll
they
find
have
you.
to be all the way up to break it, in which case it guarantees anyone coming
There.
downstairs gets scanned, and it just works for post-plant, attack, or defense. Now say we're backing towards spawn, we're either playing retake or just we're rotating in. Use this little object, connect this part of your UI, and just
I'll
throw
find
it.
you.
It is pretty much invisible until it's, you know, obviously bloomed and it's scanning. You
There.
can't see the lineup, you can't see any of the trajectory, so it's very likely to go off. And people tend to not be looking up that high. Like, I'd be exposed to it right here, but it's not even on my screen. Similar concept if you're in market.
Where are you?
This one you have to drop. Obviously
Where
I did
are
it too late. Just
There.
anytime you start to see the arrow up there, just drop it. If you're
There.
trying to kill this guy or
There.
anyone going up lane, just freebies. Retake B, not really anything too great. You can try
find
something
you.
like this. If your teammates are scaling lane, it pretty much just clears
There.
all of the sewer,
There.
dapper area, clears dragon, and default.
On
It just
my
doesn't clear that wall. And if anyone's close here holding, it should
There.
scan them as well. Moving on into mid. Just gonna start with a basic scan. If you have mid
find you.
smoked, like bottom mid
There.
smoked, jump through that. Decent scan to combo with like a KO flash.
Where are you?
And also jump through this if you wanted to go higher, maybe clear dog this
There.
area. And if you're trying to get tiles, there's multiple ways to do this, but
I'll find you.
aim toward the top. Right?
There.
If you can see on the map where that lands. So you aim toward the top window, just line up at the back here, and then run around the time you get here. Or your crosshair gets in line
Where
with
are
that.
you?
And boom. As far as a scan that maybe hits more of cat, get in this corner, aim around here, and think this is a run throw. Indeed. You see, it hits all the way to Subrosa. So if you're trying to flash out cat, pretty much, again, freebies for your team. Shifting toward A, gonna start with a main scan from cat. Kind of like it better over here. So I use this thing and I connect the tether UI.
I'll find you.
Throw it like that. Lands on here. I haven't found too much of a difference between it being all the way at the top or not. I mean, it just maybe gets behind the box a bit more, but I feel...
There.
Yeah, I mean, it just lands faster, I guess, if you're doing it up there. So, whatever you find that works, I'm sure you could also just throw it, you know, just a little bit higher. It goes around the same way. But my favorite scan is a combo between these two.
Where are you?
I didn't mean to drop that. Just showing the lineups. I believe it is this leaf.
Where are you?
Lands on this corner. It even hits some of main, so technically you could do that from the barrier, but no real point. I just save it until they're coming in, and then you just run to the door, and you're spamming that smoke while the door is going down.
There.
And you probably get freebies on people crossing. For retake, I'm just gonna show this now.
I'll find you.
Lands on TopGen means they can't really be in the open anywhere. They have to be on the generator, hiding close door, or tucked right here. And those are very easy positions to deal with, so it clears a lot of the open space. Another retake scan that I found today. Get in line with this corner.
Where are you?
I'll find you.
There's multiple ways you can do this. I just like it up there because it's I don't know, it's just the most direct angle. But if they're looking anywhere heaven at all, except for Jin, then they're getting scanned by that. I believe all the way back to the door.
Where are you?
So not... They can hide in this corner and it won't scan them. Just off their range. I don't really think there's a purpose in trying to find one for Hell. If you really care, you could just drop a tether right there. You could probably find one from here.
We'll catch them.
Like that. If you're anchoring site, there's two things I like doing here. You can jump through this if you're trying to reclear a main. This will clear wine. And it gets anywhere they're not tucked in A main. But if they're already coming out at you, something I like doing, getting in this corner, aim, drops perfectly in the window, and it is a very weird thing to deal with when you're coming out. Alright, going to add maybe two more things.
I'll find you.
Not the perfect scan, but it's mainly made to just scan people that are coming up cat. Say yours teammates in a smoke here, maybe he gets freebies. From here on, I'll go over some tethers. I'll just keep on track with where I am right now. Starting at A. Get up here. Sit on this dot. Just run through like that. Pretty sure other one you can do is like this. Lands on the orb. If you want this to go further, I think you can do it. I can't remember how far down it is.
We'll catch them.
It's not perfect. But, I mean, gives you something to work with.
We'll catch them.
You can really just back up and shift walk forward if you really want it to go further. Get it to do whatever you need to do. going toward mid. Oh, this is another scan that I didn't show.
Where are you?
Lands up there.
Take hold.
Jump through this tether, same spot, and it hits
There.
anyone tiles if you're trying to spam them or just keep people from wide swinging. Say you have your teammate walking down with the ALT posted right here and you're trying to fight mid. You know,
There.
it means they can't cross here after this tether is dropped. For B, as far as an actual lineup, if you're trying to dodge KO knife,
Take hold.
just take like one running step and you're good. And there aren't too many tethers you should really need to know here.
We'll catch them. We'll catch them.
You can have something like
There.
that to,
There.
you know, clear the cubby if you really want it. Whatever you need, just watch the stream. Anything that I haven't shown so far will probably come up. Thanks for watching.